Top 25 horse trainer interview questions and answers. If you're preparing for a horse trainer interview or planning to hire one, you're in the right place. Horse training is a unique blend of skill, patient psychology, and deep respect for animals. Interviewers look for more than technical knowledge. They want someone who understands horses emotionally and physically. In today's video, we'll walk through the top 25 horse trainer interview questions and answers, explain clearly and professionally to help you stand out with confidence. Let's saddle up and get started. 1. Can you tell us about your experience as a horse trainer? I've been working with horses for several years, training horses of different breeds, ages, and temperaments. My experience includes groundwork, starting young horses, correcting behavioral issues, and preparing horses for riding disciplines such as dressage, trail riding, and basic performance work. I work closely with veterinarians and farriers to ensure horses remain healthy throughout training. Over time, I've learned how to adjust my training style based on each horse's personality. I believe experience is not just about years, but about learning from each horse and constantly improving techniques. 2. What training methods do you use and why? I primarily use humane, evidence-based training methods that focus on positive reinforcement and clear communication. I believe consistency, timing, and patience are more effective than force. I often combine groundwork, desensitization, and reward-based techniques to build trust. Each horse learns differently, so I adapt my approach rather than forcing one method. My goal is to create a calm, willing partner rather than an obedient but stressed animal. This approach produces long-term results and helps horses feel confident, safe, and eager to learn. 3. How you handle a difficult or aggressive horse. When dealing with a difficult or aggressive horse, my first step is observation. I try to identify the root cause: pain, fear, confusion, or previous trauma. I never rush the process or respond with aggression. Instead, I slow things down and reestablish trust through groundwork and calm handling. Safety is always my top priority for both the horse and myself. By using clear boundaries, patience, and consistency, most horses gradually relax. I believe behavior improves when the horse feels understood and secure. 4. How do you build trust with a new horse? Trust begins with consistency and respect. I spend time with a new horse on the ground before asking anything under saddle. This includes grooming, leading, and basic exercises that help the horse feel comfortable around me. I pay close attention to body language and respond calmly to signals of stress. By being predictable and fair, the horse learns I'm not a threat. Trust doesn't happen overnight, but once established, it becomes a foundation for effective training and a strong working relationship. 5. What safety measures do you follow during training? Safety is a non-negotiable part of my training routine. I always wear appropriate protective gear and ensure tack fits correctly. I evaluate the environment before training to remove hazards. I also read a horse's mood before starting a session to avoid unnecessary risks. Groundwork is emphasized before riding, especially with young or nervous horses. I maintain clear escape routes and never push a horse beyond its mental or physical limits. A safe trainer creates confident horses and prevents avoidable accidents. 6. How you train young or unbroken horses. Training young horses starts with patience and gentle exposure. I focus on groundwork first, leading, haltering, standing tied, and responding to voice commands. I introduce new experiences slowly so the horse doesn't feel overwhelmed. Short, positive sessions help build confidence and curiosity. I never rush physical demands, respecting the horse's developmental stage. My goal is to create a calm, trusting mindset before advancing to saddle training. A solid foundation at this stage prevents many problems later in the horse's life. 7. How do you handle training setbacks? Setbacks are a normal part of horse training. When progress stalls, I step back and reassess my approach. I ask whether the horse is physically comfortable, mentally ready, or confused by the training signals. Sometimes the solution is simply slowing down or breaking tasks into smaller steps. I remain patient and avoid frustration, as horses quickly sense emotions. Every setback is an opportunity to learn and adjust. Consistency and calm problem solving usually get training back on track. 8. How do you customize training for different horses? Every horse has a unique personality, learning speed, and physical ability. I begin by assessing temperament, past experiences, and goals. Some horses need gentle encouragement, while others require clear structure. I adapt session length, intensity, and rewards accordingly. I also consider the owner's goals, whether recreational riding or performance. Flexibility is key. A customized approach ensures a horse remains engaged, stress-free, and willing to learn, leading to better results and a happier partnership. 9. How do you communicate with horse owners? Clear communication with owners is essential. I regularly update them on progress, challenges, and next steps. I explain training methods in simple terms so they understand why certain approaches are used. I also provide guidance on handling and riding techniques to maintain consistency. Open communication builds trust and helps avoid misunderstandings. I encourage owners to ask questions and participate when appropriate. When owners and trainers work together, horses benefit from consistent care and training. 10. What signs tell you a horse is stressed or uncomfortable? Horses communicate stress through body language. Signs include pinned ears, tail swishing, excessive sweating resistance, or changes in breathing. I also watch for subtle signals like tension in the neck or avoidance behaviors. When I notice stress, I pause training and adjust my approach. Ignoring these signals can lead to bigger behavioral problems. Recognizing discomfort early allows me to address issues before they escalate, ensuring the horse feels safe and understood. 11. How do you motivate a horse that seems uninterested? An uninterested horse often needs variety or clarity. I evaluate whether the horse understands a task or finds it physically difficult. I introduce changes such as shorter sessions, new exercises, or different rewards. Positive reinforcement, like verbal praise or rest breaks, can increase motivation. I avoid drilling exercises, as boredom leads to resistance. Keeping training engaging and rewarding helps horses stay mentally fresh and willing to participate. 12. How do you handle fear-based behaviors in horses? Fear-based behaviors require patience and reassurance. I never force a horse to face something it fears abruptly. Instead, I use gradual exposure and positive reinforcement. Allowing the horse to observe, retreat, and reapproach builds confidence. Calm energy and consistency help the horse feel secure. Over time, the horse learns that new situations aren't threats. Addressing fear correctly prevents long-term anxiety and builds trust between horse and trainer. 13. How do you ensure a horse's physical well-being during training? I monitor a horse's physical condition closely. This includes checking for soreness, proper saddle fit, and balance workload. I work with veterinarians and farriers as needed. Warm-ups and cool-downs are part of every session to prevent injury. I also adjust training intensity based on the horse's age and fitness level. A healthy horse learns better and enjoys training more, making physical well-being a top priority. 14. How do you correct bad habits in horses? Correcting bad habits starts with identifying their cause. Many issues stem from confusion or past handling. I focus on retraining rather than punishment. Clear signals, repetition, and consistency help replace unwanted behaviors. I reward correct responses and remain patient throughout the process. Addressing habits early prevents them from becoming ingrained. My goal is to guide the horse toward better choices, not to create fear or tension. 15. How long does it typically take to train a horse? Training timelines vary widely depending on the horse, goals, and prior experience. Some horses progress quickly, while others need more time. I avoid setting rigid timelines and focus on steady improvement. Quality training is about understanding, not speed. I communicate realistic expectations to owners and adjust plans as needed. Rushing training can lead to setbacks, so patience ultimately saves time in the long run. 16. How do you deal with stubborn horses? What appears as stubbornness is often confusion or discomfort. I revisit basics to ensure the horse understands what's being asked. I remain calm and consistent, avoiding power struggles. Clear cues and fair expectations help the horse respond. If needed, I break tasks into simpler steps. Horses respond best when they feel successful. Addressing the root cause usually resolves so-called stubborn behavior. 17. What role does consistency play in training? Consistency is crucial in horse training. Horses learn through repetition and clear patterns. Inconsistent signals create confusion and stress. I use the same cues, routines, and expectations every session. This predictability helps horses feel secure and confident. Consistency also applies to corrections and rewards. When horses understand what's expected, they learn faster and perform more reliably. 18. How do you introduce new equipment or tack? I introduce new equipment gradually and calmly. I allow the horse to see, smell, and feel the item before using it. Groundwork helps the horse adjust without pressure. I watch closely for signs of discomfort and adjust as needed. Proper fitting is essential to avoid pain. A positive introduction prevents fear and ensures the horse accepts new tack comfortably. 19. How do you handle pressure from owners for fast results? I explain that quality training takes time and rushing can harm progress. I educate owners about realistic timelines and potential risks of pushing too hard. Open communication helps manage expectations. I provide regular updates to show steady improvement. Most owners appreciate honesty and long-term success over quick fixes. My priority is a horse's well-being and sustainable training results. 20. How do you stay updated with training techniques? I continuously learn through workshops, clinics, and industry publications. I also network with other trainers to exchange ideas and experiences. Staying open-minded allows me to improve my skills. Horse training evolves as research grows, and I believe ongoing education is essential. Learning helps me provide better care and more effective training for the horses I work with. 21. How you train horses for specific disciplines. Discipline-specific training starts with strong basics. I assess the horse's suitability and gradually introduce specialized exercises. Whether it's trail riding or performance work, I build skills step by step. Conditioning and mental readiness are equally important. I adjust training based on discipline demands while maintaining the horse's comfort and confidence. 22. How do you handle multiple horses at once? Managing multiple horses requires organization and time management. I create structured schedules to ensure each horse receives adequate attention. I prioritize safety and avoid overworking myself or the horses. Clear routines help maintain consistency. By staying organized, I ensure quality training without compromising individual needs. 23. What do you do if a horse regresses? Regression happens occasionally. I respond by reviewing recent changes in routine, environment, or health. I return to simpler exercises to rebuild confidence. Patience and consistency usually restore progress. I avoid frustration and focus on steady improvement. Regression is part of learning, not failure. 24. How do you prepare horses mentally for training sessions? Mental preparation starts with calm handling and predictable routines. I begin sessions with familiar exercises to help the horse relax. A relaxed horse learns better. I watch energy levels and adjust intensity accordingly. Creating a positive mindset makes training more productive and enjoyable. 25. Why should we hire you as a horse trainer? I bring patience, experience, and a genuine passion for horses. I prioritize safety, communication, and ethical training methods. My approach focuses on building trust and long-term success. I work closely with owners and adapt training to each horse's needs. My goal is not just training horses, but creating confident partnerships between horses and humans. That wraps up our top 25 horse trainer interview questions and answers. Whether you're preparing for an interview or hiring the right professional, understanding these questions can make all the difference. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others in the equestrian community. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.